Alright, good morning everyone. We are here with break 381. Our team list for today: Broncos, Jack Moran; Raiders, Dan Taylor; Bulldogs, Matthew Mcburney; Sharks, Steve Lowe; Dolphins, Peter Lowe; Titans, Scott Sager; Manly, Jay Tobin; Storm, Dan Derksen; Knights, Cole Burrows; Cowboys, Connor Anderson; Eels, Darren Link; Panthers, Jai Thornton; Rabbitohs, John Turner; Dragons, Rodney White; Roosters, Craig Milson; Warriors, Scotty Murray; Tigers, Richard Harris. Today's break is the 24 Elite Combo featuring the 25 Elite Hobby Case, the 25 Elite USA Box, and the 25 Elite Priority Box. We'll move them off to the side. Let's bring our chat screen and team list back up. There we go. Alright, let's find out who our case card is today. I haven't put my phone on silent. There we go. And today's case card, number 10, Dylan Edwards for Panthers. Alright, let's go. Box number 1. We have our first part of the 25 Elite Super Break 391 on tomorrow morning. 2 cases. New recruit, Marky Mark for the Roosters. New recruit, Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Dally M, Abby Church for the Eels. Valentine Holmes, parallel for the Dragons. In the reps, Isaiah Yeo for Panthers. Marquee, Kalen Ponga for the Knights. RCG parallel for Titans. Ruby Mojo, Bo Fermor for the Titans, number 51. Okay, open up. Jacob Preston, parallel for the Bulldogs. Marquee, Jack Whiten for the Rabbitohs. Golden Marquee, Clinton Gufferson for the Dragons, number 12. Jones Nicole Klokstad, parallel for the Warriors. New recruit Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. I'd like to know what everyone's favourite version of the marquee is. I think mine's the priority. It's got that different pattern, but it's not as busy. Yeah. Andrew Johns in the Aussie. Ben Hunt, parallel for the Broncos. Jesse Arthurs in the reps. White League Sensations, number 32. David Fafita for the Titans. Renato Molitalo, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit James Schiller for the Knights. We managed to do our Cowboys Raz this morning for 382. We listed another one for Titans. Aaron Clark, Vegas for the Warriors. James Schiller, parallel for the Knights. So if you're interested in having a chance at getting Titans in 382, go and have a look at the spot Raz that was listed in the group this morning. Reece Walsh, marquee for the Broncos. Dally M, Zach Lomax for the Dragons. Rabbitohs parallel checklist. We sold out our second super break as well, so that's happening next week. Monday, Tuesday. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. White Young Guns, Charlie Geimer for the Eels, 152. Isaiah Katoa, parallel for the Dolphins. New recruit Stefano Utakamanu for the Storm. Nico Hines, Vegas for the Sharks. Corey Horsburgh, parallel for the Raiders. Payne Huss in the reps. 3 packets left for our first box. Pink Diamond, Avania Polite for the Titans, number 9. Titans had a good box so far. Gerald Skelton, parallel for the Tigers. Kira Dibb in the reps. Jermaine Hopgood, parallel for the Eels. And that is box 1 done and dusted. Let me push them back a bit and give myself some more room. Alright, box number 2. Daliam Olivia Koenig for the Roosters. Zach Lomax, parallel for the Eels. Olivia Koenig in the reps. Marquis Mitchell Moses in the Eels. Reid Marnie, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit Kulikefu for the Dolphins. New recruit Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Sapphire Mojo Brian To'o for Panthers, number 16. Roosters parallel checklist. Marquis Jerome Lowe for the Tigers. Golden Marquee Abby Church for the Eels, number 2. Xavier Coates, parallel for the Storm. New recruit Hohepa for the Sharks. In the Knights for the Masters Series. Tyrell Sloan, parallel for the Dragons. In the reps, Delhi Cherry Evans. Black Young Guns. Number 61, Bailey Haywood for the Bulldogs. David Fafita, parallel for the Titans. Ruby Mojo, number 22. Liam Martin for Panthers. Reece Walsh, parallel for the Broncos. New recruit Jazz Tavega for Manly. Cameron McInnes, Vegas for the Sharks. Kale Iro, parallel for the Sharks. Marquee Kira Dib for the Cowboys. Vegas Jamal Fogarty for the Raiders. Ali parallel for the Warriors. Gillaroos Keezy Apps. Dali M Alafiana Khan Piera for Titans. Isaac Tago parallel for Panthers. New recruit Sanua Taruva for Tigers. White Young Guns Max Plath for the Dolphins, number 87. Molu Olaka'atu parallel for Manly. 3 packets left for box number 2. Connor Watson in the reps. Tommy Dearden parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. Box number 2 done and dusted. In the reps, Josh Kerr. Young Guns, Carter Gordon for the Titans, number 220. Big Papa, parallel for Raiders. In the reps, Isabel Kelly. Gold Marquee. Jerome Luai, number 9. Terrell May, parallel for the Tigers. New recruit James Schiller for the Knights. Black Young Guns Samuel Stonestreet for the Sharks, number 79. Jack Cogger, parallel for the Knights. Marquee Herbie Farmworth for the Dolphins. Vegas, Xavier Savage for the Raiders. Cody Walker, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. Andrew Johns in the Masters Series. Herbie Farmworth, parallel for the Dolphins. Romy Teetsel in the reps. Addo Carr, parallel for the Eels. Ruby Mojo, number 47, Payne Haas for the Broncos. Cameron Munster, parallel for Storm. New recruit, Adam Fanua Blake for the Sharks. Pink Diamond, Sophie Hollyman for the Raiders, number 37. Damien Cook, parallel for the Dragons. Marquee, Dallin Watine Zalesniak for the Warriors. Dally M, Isaiah Yo for Panthers. Titans parallel checklist. New recruit, Stefano Utakamanu for Storm. New recruit, Jerome Luai for the Tigers. 5 packets left for box number 3. So we believe the last payment has been made, but it's just a normal bank transfer as the bank it's coming from doesn't offer OSCO. Yeah, don't quote me on this. This is what we believe. So the payment should be, we're just waiting for the payment to clear so we can confirm it, and it will be as soon as possible. At the latest tomorrow morning, I would say. Paul Alamotti, Vegas for Panthers. Leha Hopawate, parallel for Manly. Mitchell Moses in the reps. Jamie Chapman, marquee for the Titans. Reece Robson, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit, James Fisher-Harris for the Warriors. Dally M. Olivia Koenig for the Roosters. Connor Watson, parallel for the Roosters. Alright, another box down. Box number 4. Chanel Harris Tavita, Vegas for the Warriors. Jesse Arthur's parallel for the Broncos. Lindsay Collins in the reps. Marquis Valami kick out for the Bulldogs. Cameron McInnes parallel for the Sharks. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. New recruit Zach Lomax for the Eels. Mawaki Fodawaika parallel for Titans. Marquee Tommy Dearden for the Cowboys. Black League Sensations, number 41. Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Joseph Tarpanay parallel for the Raiders. New recruit Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Jerome Luai parallel for the Tigers. Xavier Coates in the reps. Isabel Kelly, Vegas for the Gillaroos. Knights parallel checklist. New recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Sapphire Mojo Bulldogs checklist, number 23. Reuben Cotter parallel for the Cowboys. Marquee Zach Lomax for the Eels. Harry Grant Dally M for the Storm. Angus Crichton parallel for the Roosters. New recruit, Asaya Papaliki for the Panthers. Daly M. Millie Elliott for the Roosters. Panthers parallel checklist. Shanice Parker in the reps. Ruby Mojo, Dominic Young for the Roosters, number 49. Jake Trbojevic, parallel for Manly. White Young Guns, Lycan King Togia for the Dragons. Parallel, Eliza Katoa for the Storm. In the reps, Millie Elliott for the Jillaroos. 2 packets left for box number 4. Pink Diamond, Millie Elliott for the Roosters, number 47. Parallel, Jacob Little for the Dragons. Last pack for the box. New recruit, Clinton Gufferson for the Dragons. Box number 5. New recruit, Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. New recruit, Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. Tameka Upton, Jillaroos. Nathan Cleary, parallel for the Panthers. Samima Torfa in the reps for Jillaroos. Marquee, Ryan Pappenhausen for the Storm. Tommy Turbo, parallel for Manly. Pink Diamond, Jakaya Whitfield for the Cowboys, number 62. Adam Dewey, parallel for the Tigers. Marquee, Tegan Berry for the Dragons. Vegas Dane Laurie for the Panthers. Jacob Saifiti parallel for the Knights. New recruit Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. Masters Series for the Blues. Jamie Humphries parallel for the Rabbitohs. Dane Gagai in the reps. Dolphins parallel checklist. Shannon Mato in the reps. Team League Sensations. We haven't seen many of these. Number 18, John Turner for the Rabbitohs. Well, Jack Whiten, but John Turner has the Rabbitohs. Hopefully he's still watching. Spencer Alenu parallel for the Roosters. New recruit Blaze Talagi for Panthers. Ruby Mojo Isaiah Katoa for the Dolphins, number 4. Will Warbrick parallel for the Storm. Yes, definitely a nice card. As I said, we haven't hit many, and I don't think we've hit many to open either, like for the website. Nico Hines, marquee for the Sharks. Dally M, Nico Hines for the Sharks. Lachlan Elias, parallel for the Dragons. New recruit Asaya Iongi for the Eels. New recruit Regan Campbell Gillard for the Titans. Sorry guys, that was the front gate. Still getting used to the buttons. Mum answered it on the panel, and it still rang through to the phone. Dally M, Casey Array for the Dragons. Cowboys parallel checklist. White Young Guns, Jacob Laban for the Warriors, number 93. Big Tino parallel for Titans. Cameron Murray in the reps. Emerald Mojo. Number 11 of 11, Adam Reynolds for the Broncos. Matthew Tomoko, parallel for the Raiders. First packet, Emerald Mojo, Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. Number 11 of 11 again. There you go, both Emeralds from the case, 11 of 11. Sharks parallel checklist. New recruit Lewis Dodd for the Rabbitohs. Yes, definitely not a bad start. Well, we're halfway through now, but yeah. First half of the break, Julia Robinson, Vegas in the Gillaroos. Lachlan Galvin, parallel for Tigers. Dylan Edwards in the reps. Marquee, Tommy Turbo for Manly. Bradman Best, parallel for the Knights. Yes, we've got a long way to go. Hopefully a few of the other teams catch up. New recruit Marcelo Montoya for the Bulldogs. As you've seen, it only takes a couple of cards. Marquee, Payne Huss for the Broncos. No, I was just looking at them. Storm, Knights. A couple of the only others having one, and I'm not sure. Alright, Black Young Gun number 4. Still firing for the Rabbitohs, Chai Gray. Dylan Edwards, parallel for Panthers. New recruit Sanua Taruva for Tigers. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Ruben Garrick, parallel for Manly. Jessica Surgis in the reps. Isaiah Yo, Vegas for Panthers. Jackson Purdue, parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit Carl Lawton for the Cowboys. Yeah, we've seen a couple of the teams lately. I can't remember which one it was the other day, but I think it might have been Rabbitohs. The only thing they hit was the Masters Series thing. It worked out well. Jack Williams, parallel for the Eels. We've been unlucky where we've hit the same mojo in one of our boxes, our USA or our Priority Box. Jesse Southwell, marquee for the Knights. I say unlucky, but the person that hits it, well, obviously they're having a good day, but as far as the luck of sharing it around the teams when that happens, it's, yeah. Jack Bostock, Dally M for the Dolphins. Bronson Sherry, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit, Kuli Kefu for the Dolphins. White Young Guns, 214. Robert Toya for the Roosters. James Fisher-Harris, parallel for the Warriors. Dally M. Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Campbell Graham, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Keely Joseph in the reps. I always get her, and I'm pretty sure it's Lauren Brown mixed up. Pretty sure Keely goes to Broncos and Lauren Brown goes to Titans. Kalen Ponga, Ruby Mojo, number 15 for the Knights. The Hammer, parallel for the Dolphins. James Fisher-Harris in the reps. Pink Diamond, Kimberly Hunt for the Dragons. Number 6. Haynas, parallel for the Broncos. New recruit, Jazz Tavega for Manly. And that's box number 6. Halfway through the break. Box number 7, here we come. Vegas, Liam Martin for Panthers. Dylan Brown, parallel for the Eels. No. Jaden Campbell in the reps. The last thing I heard, and it was a while ago, that I thought was actually serious to do with Ponga was Union. But I'm pretty sure someone in the family come out. I thought it was his dad come out and said no, that wasn't happening. But I don't know. Ruby Mojo Jack Williams for the Eels, number 52. Stephen Crichton, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit Daniel Saifiti for Dolphins. Golden Age, number 32 for the Knights. Mitchell Barnett, parallel for the Warriors. Marquee Joseph Tarpanay for the Raiders. Dally M. Angus Crichton for the Roosters. Corey Pay, parallel for the Broncos. New recruit for Manly. White Young Guns, Samuel Stonestreet for the Sharks, number 29. Blake Brayley, parallel for the Sharks. Kennedy Sherrington in the reps. I keep looking at your message, Nick, and got me wondering, would it be the Bears? Sandon Smith, number 17 for the Roosters. I mean, they're going to be looking to poach players from just about everywhere. Liam Martin, parallel for Panthers. New recruit Jerome Lowe for the Tigers. Manly parallel checklist. Marquee Big Tino for the Titans. Vegas Matthew Tomoko for Raiders. Murray Talagi parallel for the Cowboys. Well, it'd be good for them bringing a marquee player. I say that, getting it from the cards, but getting that high profile player that has a supporter base himself. James Fisher-Harris, new recruit for the Warriors. In the night for the Masters Series, Dominic Young, parallel for the Roosters. Ben Hunt in the reps. I don't know what you've heard, but if he was to go over there and go early, he might give you time for some extra recovery. Ryan Pappenhausen parallel for the Storm. New recruit Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. Dali M. Tiana Penatani for the Sharks. Jai Gray parallel for the Rabbitohs. In the reps, Yasmin Clydesdale. Marquee, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Jeremy Marshall King parallel for Dolphins. Will there be any more elite cases available? Someone was asking. No. Not that I'm aware of, but I'm pretty sure it's, yeah. New recruit John Bateman for the Cowboys. Box number 7, done and dusted. White Young Gun, Ethan Sanders for the Raiders, number 161. Thomas Duffy, parallel for the Cowboys. In the reps, Reece Walsh. Dally M, Stacey Awaka for the Broncos. Matt Burton, parallel for the Bulldogs. Tommy Turbo in the reps. Marquee James Tedesco for the Roosters. Wade Egan parallel for the Warriors. Sapphire Mojo Tom Gilbert for the Dolphins, number 17. Victor Radley, parallel for the Roosters. New recruit Blaze Talagi for the Panthers. Vegas, Wade Egan for the Warriors. Jack Howarth, parallel for Storm. New recruit, Marky Mark for Roosters. Marquee, Big Papa for the Raiders. Spotlight Patch, number 99, Jaden Brayley for the Knights. Christian for the Dragons. New recruit Asaya Ayongi for the Eels. Kangaroos in the Masters Series. Yeah, nice. Jaden Campbell, parallel for the Titans. Reps Tamika Upton in the Jillaroos. Raiders parallel checklist. New recruit Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. And something else we haven't seen much of, number 34 in the Duo Sig. Dylan Anil put some hot pepper on the box and get a storm hit. As he says it. Oh. There you go, Dan. Nick manifested it for you. Prime top parallel for Panthers. Marquee Liam Martin for Panthers. That's his first hit so far as well. Not a bad first hit. Lily Ann White in the reps. Ruby Mojo. Number 27, Apasai Coruscant for the Tigers. Adam Fanua Blake, parallel for the Sharks. Literally popped up as I'm reading sort of the number. Dally M, Jerome Hughes for the Storm. So he would have been thinking that as I was opening the packet. Jason Saab, parallel for Manly. Or maybe with emojis even longer. New recruit Regan Campbell Gillard for the Titans. New recruit Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Vegas Jesse Aramian for the Sharks. Broncos parallel checklist. Alright, that's box number 8 done and dusted. We've got 4 boxes to go. Box number 9 from our case. Still searching for the BD, I believe. From the case, obviously. Connor Tracy, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit Daniel Saifiti for Dolphins. Dally M. Shannon Mato for Titans. Bo Fermor parallel for Titans. Marquee Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Jamal Fogarty parallel for the Raiders. Sapphire Mojo Tyson Frizzell for the Knights. Number 1. Warriors parallel checklist. Marquee Ruben Cotter for the Cowboys. Golden Marquee Ali Brigginshaw for the Broncos. Patrick Carrigan parallel for the Broncos. New recruit CSA Takahawi for Manly. New recruit Zach Lomax for the Eels. In the Blues for the Masters Series, Nico Hines parallel for the Sharks. In the Reps, Azali Faye. Taryn Aiken in the Jillaroos. Lindsay Smith parallel for Panthers. White League Sensations, number 42, Scott Drinkwater. Fletcher Sharp, parallel for the Knights. New recruit Saitili Tupanua for the Bulldogs. Number 14, Jason Saab for Manly in the Ruby Mojo. Parallel Keon Kolomatangi for the Rabbitohs. Marquee Abby Church for the Eels. Vegas Chance Nicole Clockstad for the Warriors. Apasai Coruscant parallel for Tigers. In the reps, Ivania Elite. Dally M. Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Jermaine Isako, parallel for Dolphins. New recruit John Bateman for the Cowboys. White Young Guns, Solomona Tape for the Tigers, number 104. Junior Paulo, parallel for the Eels. Patrick Carrigan in the reps. New recruit Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. And last packet for box number 9. In the reps, Jack Whiten. Alright, last box for the case. Marquee Keezy apps for the Tigers. Harry Grant, parallel for Storm. New recruit Hohepa for the Sharks. Gold Marquee Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs, number 24. Tom Gilbert, parallel for the Dolphins. Marquee Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. Dally M. Kimberly Hunt for the Dragons. James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters. Vegas Adenfanua Blake for the Sharks. Ryan Madison, parallel for the Eels. In the reps, Darren Aiken for the Jillaroos. Chad Townsend, new recruit for the Roosters. In the Masters Series, Marcelo Montoya, parallel for the Bulldogs. New recruit Aaron Clark for the Warriors. Zach Lomax in the reps. Parallel Luke Metcalf for the Warriors. New recruit Lazarus for Storm. Golden Age, number 65 for the Rabbitohs. Sebastian Chris, parallel for the Raiders. Marquee, Adam Fanua, Blake for the Sharks. Hammer in the reps. Ruby Mojo, Sharks checklist number 43. AJ Brimson, parallel for the Titans. Dally M, Stephen Crichton for the Bulldogs. Tigers, parallel checklist. New recruit Matt Arthur for the Knights. We've got 5 packets left for box number 10. White Young Guns, Clayton for Lalo for Manly, number 170. Kalen Ponga, parallel for Knights. Vegas, Ethan Strange for the Raiders. Clint Gufferson, parallel for the Dragons. In the reps, Bree Chester. Oops. 2 packets left in the box. There it is. Number 6 of 6. Campbell Graham for the Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs taking a few of the big hits out of the case today. Jai Arrow, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Alright, last packet for the case. New recruit Shabaski for the Broncos. Alright, let's get stuck into our USA. Super Boot, first up, Jamal Fogarty for the Raiders, number 51. New recruit, Zach Lomax for the Eels. Emerald Mojo, number 1. Nico Hines for the Sharks. Raiders parallel checklist. Marquee Kalen Ponga for the Knights. Dally M, Lauren Brown for the Titans. Jason Saab parallel for Manly. What's that, John the PD? Kalen Ponga in the reps. Ruby Mojo, number 26. Corey Pay for the Broncos. Thomas Duffy parallel for the Cowboys. New recruit Carter Gordon for the Titans. Golden Age for the Cowboys, number 99. Parallel Lachlan Galvin for the Tigers. Stars and Stripes, Renato Molitalo for the Sharks, number 20. New recruit Jamie Humphries for the Rabbitohs. In the Blues for the Masters Series. Bradman Best parallel for the Knights. In the reps, Angus Crichton. Vegas, Nathan Cleary for Panthers. Parallel, Campbell Graham for the Rabbitohs. Black Younger Hunts, number 50. Jai Gray for the Rabbitohs. They just can't stop. Rabbitohs on fire this break. Victor Radley, parallel for the Roosters. Marquee, Tegan Berry for the Dragons. Joseph Tarpanay, Dally M for the Raiders. Jack Howarth, parallel for Storm. Stars and Stripes, Zach Lomax for the Eels, number 36. Isaiah Papali'i, new recruit for the Panthers. New recruit Clint Gufferson for the Dragons. Vegas Tamika Upton for the Gillaroos. Adam Fanua Blake parallel for the Sharks. White Young Guns, Atane for the Warriors, number 179. Christian parallel for the Dragons. In the reps, Julia Robinson for the Gillaroos. Pink Diamond, Racine McGregor for the Dragons, number 40. Jaden Campbell, parallel for the Titans. Lauren Brown in the reps. Two packets left for our USA box. Marquee Nico Hines for the Sharks and Brian To'o parallel for Panthers. New recruit Ethan Sanders for the Raiders. Alright, that's the USA done and dusted. All we've got left now is our priority. Marquee priority number 17, Herbie Farmworth for the Dolphins. White Young Guns number 9, Marky Mark for the Roosters. Corey Pay, parallel for the Broncos. Reece Walsh in the reps. New recruit RCG for the Titans. In the Kangaroos for the Masters Series. Murray Talagi, parallel for the Cowboys. In the reps, Tamika Upton for the Jillaroos. Vegas, Paul Alamotti for Panthers. Dom Young, parallel for the Roosters. Blake Brayley, parallel for the Sharks. New recruit, Matty Nicholson for the Raiders. Sapphire Mojo, Nathan Cleary for Panthers, number 11. Just checking. Liam Martin, parallel for Panthers. Marquee, Dally Cherry Evans, number 27 for Manly. Tom Gilbert, nope. Golden Marquee, Bradman Best for the Knights, number 74. Manly parallel checklist. Dally M, Zahara Tamara for the Raiders. Mitchell Barnett, parallel for the Warriors. New recruit, Valentine Holmes for the Dragons. New recruit, James Schiller for the Knights. Daly M, Brian To'o for Panthers. Knights parallel checklist. Tommy Turbo in the reps. Marquee, Cameron Munster for the Storm. Oh, number 38. Jai Gray, parallel for the Rabbitohs. New recruit Ben Hunt for the Broncos. Vegas, Nico Hines for the Sharks. Jeremy Marshall King parallel for the Dolphins. 4 packets left for the break. In the reps, Lily and White. Am I correct in only seeing a pink for Raiders? No? Raiders got the super boot. Raiders got a white young gun. Got a pink. And yeah. Three packets left as well. White League Sensations. Number 10. Bellamy kick out for the Bulldogs. Dylan Brown parallel for the Eels. New recruit Marky Mark for the Roosters. Alright, lucky last. Here we go. Ruby Mojo. Number 14. Max Plath for the Dolphins. And Stephen Crichton parallel for the Bulldogs. Alright, well, we have the Dylan Edwards milestone card for Panthers. And that's about it. We have our Master Series cards and our Gillaroos. We'll keep to the same format. We'll do our Gillaroos cards first, followed by the Master Series cards. Alright, let's change screens. Everyone is in there ready to go. 3 times round the merry-go-round. Number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3 for the Gillaroos. Matthew Mcburney with the Bulldogs. Excuse me, let's refresh. Copy from there. Alright, for the 12 Master Series cards, here we go. Number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3, Dan Derksen with Storm. Alright guys, that's it. That's all for this one. I hope to see you again tomorrow, where we'll be doing our 25 Elite Super Break. 391. So come check it out. Come